Let's get ready to weigh our very first angler, a Bassmaster Classic qualifier from Millville, New Jersey, GDP, Greg Dama. Got a limited fish, definitely going to take the lead. Only needs 4 pounds, 12 ounces to take the lead. Definitely has that. 14-15, moves into first place with 74 pounds and 2 ounces. Greg DePalma trying to become a two-time Bassmaster Classic qualifier. You had a great finish this week. How did, in this one, very different than what a lot of anglers predicted coming into it. How did you catch him this week, and how did you avoid the early trip to Waddington?
Yeah, so, I've said it for years. There's parts of this lake that's really not fished. It just hasn't been exposed yet. I was one of the guys that ran down south this week as far as smallmouth go. There's so much good water down there that's untapped. I think there's more of that to come, honestly, because that's going to be the next unlockable thing here, I think. Obviously, because of forward-facing sonar, it makes it a little bit easier. But, man, them fish down there are just different. They don't see baits. They're real aggressive, when the conditions are really good. Real simple for me, just 2 baits this week, throwing a minnow and throwing a drop shot. Typical smallmouth stuff.
Worked out pretty good for you. You're going to get a great payday, some great points. I'll let them load our YETI Hot Seat. Our next angler, a 5-time Classic qualifier, a 2-time Bassmaster winner from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Cory Johnson. 18 pounds, 13 ounces, and with 78 pounds, 9 ounces, Cory Johnson is leading the Tackle Warehouse, a Bassmaster Elite. Let's hear it for your tournament leader, Cory Johnson. Yep, got it. You gotta sit. He wants to go to Waddington, right away. He's joined us 2 more times this year on our championship day, fishing his 3rd championship around. An Elite Series rookie from Knoxville, Tennessee, Robert G. 19 pounds, 12 ounces with 80 pounds and 9 ounces. Robert G. takes the lead. With that, we say goodbye to Cory Johnson, and we say hello to Robert G. Robert G. with 80 pounds and 9 ounces. You are leading this event with just a few anglers left to go. 4 more anglers left to weigh in. And, man, you've got to be getting used to this kind of position, because I joked with you this morning. There's making top 10s, and then there's making top 10s and contending to win. And every time you make the top 10, it's like you got a realistic shot at winning this thing.
Man, I don't think I'll ever get used to it, honestly. I don't think I'll ever get used to being on the Elite Series, honestly. I feel like I'm in a dream right now, honestly. You could pinch me, and I could wake up and not be here, But this week's been truly unbelievable. I've been through hell and back. I had the stomach virus the first day, didn't sleep at all, threw up all night. Was laying on my boat on the front deck after I would catch one for 10 minutes just to try to get enough strength to get back up. And now I'm fine, and I'm back here, and I did what I wanted to do, catch 20 pounds a day, and ended up having 80 pounds, so can't really ask for much more. It's been a blessed week.
Worked out so far, man. Just a few more anglers left to go. Let's hear it for Robert G. loading our YETI Hot Seat, so kick back, relax. Just a few more anglers left to go. This one, the very first Canadian ever to win a Bassmaster Elite Series event, a 5-time Classic qualifier from Peterborough, Ontario, Canada, Chris Johnston. 19 pounds, 5 ounces. 19.5, and with 80 pounds, 11 ounces, we say goodbye to Robert G. and we say hello to Chris Johnston. A lot of momentum going into next week. Everybody talked about you on the St. Lawrence River, but it would be pretty cool to roll into the St. Lawrence River with a trophy from Champlain.
No kidding. I'm a little nervous right now, to be honest. I didn't think I had that weight even. So behind the stage, I was just thinking what could have been today, and had some mishaps. I had some smallmouth trying to jump in the boat the last 2 days, and I think I need to just get a little braver and start boat flipping them. They just need a little extra tug to get over the side of the boat. They're almost jumping in, and then they'd come off. But I'm just glad to be here at town of Plattsburgh. This lake has been great to me. I love it. And up north, my 2 little guys, they get to come. My family, my parents, they all drove down. So I really have to thank them and all my great sponsors for supporting me. And so I'm able to even do this and chase these brown and green fish around the country.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to load our YETI Hot Seat. Let's hear it for your tournament leader, Cory Johnson. One more angler left to go. He's a Bassmaster Classic qualifier. Made his first top 10 right here on Champlain. This is his third top 10 of 2024. From Richmond, Virginia, the barrister, Edward Lochran III. Come on over, Chris. Let's get side by side. We're going to have a great champion either way. Started the day with 63 pounds and 14 ounces. Ed Lochran looking for 16 pounds and 14 ounces. 16 pounds, 14 ounces. 16, 14. He has exactly what it takes to win his very first Bassmaster Elite Series event. The barrister reigns supreme on Lake Champlain with 80 pounds, 12 ounces. He is your champion, and we talk about it all the time. We say it could be close, it could be a tie. 1 ounce in the right direction, and you are a Bassmaster Elite Series champion. How does that feel, Ed?
That's ridiculous. This was a very weird day. Those were all smallmouth, all brown fish, and I caught several of them on a spot I've never fished before. I was going in to fish a spot. I saw some on the graph right when I dropped my trolling motor, turned around and caught a couple of them, and I can't believe that 16-14 ended up winning this thing. I was trying all day. All my largemouth spots all stopped working. I had one largemouth all day. It was terrible, and I was just hoping to stay in the top 5. So obviously it fished a lot tougher today, and this is a shock.
Definitely a shock. 16-14 with 80 pounds and 12 ounces. You had exactly what it took to get the deal done here this week. You talked to me about it earlier this week, about how important, like how you missed this, being off 2 events and having to watch it. That fueled you, and man, maybe you should take some time off more often.
Yeah, it really wasn't any fun watching the last couple tournaments from the sidelines due to my medical exemption. But you know, when I came back, oddly enough, I wanted to try to get away from people and not interfere with anybody else because, you know, I'm not fishing for points in this one. So I went to an area of the lake, 30 or 40 miles down lake that I guess not a lot of people fish, found some fish down there and got really, really lucky. The past 2 days were perfect. I mean, I had big bass one day, the biggest bag each day. It was just magic. So today was not magic, but it turned out to be magic.
You ready to hoist this trophy?
I am.
The barrister reigns supreme. Ed Lochran wins the Tackle Warehouse Bassmaster Elite at Lake Champlain. Stop number 8, and the barrister reigns supreme on Lake Champlain.